Alright, got this old Homelite 150 mile per hour blower. It's got this is a same style motor in it. It's got the thicker plate right here. This goes straight into the crank uh, where the crankshaft is. Um, so now this is very similar to the newer model Murray, uh, the Craftsman, the little cheap weed eaters, but now they have the O-ring type situation here. I mean, if you want to do anything with the muffler, you have to take this off on the weed eaters. But anyways, I've had problems with this style motor before. Um, just seems like what I noticed as I was running it, it hadn't been run. I mean, this was a scrapped one. I noticed that it was bubbling around here on this seal, the head gasket seal for the cylinder and where the piston. There's 3 bolts here, and then there's a seal here too. And so I think over time these things just leak. Okay, so definitely was getting a lot of leakage there. So I went ahead and remade my own gasket out of just normal, kind of a thick gasket material. I used that same material here. Now the different thing that I used was I used the L-Rig. It's the green L-Rig. It's a gasket maker that doesn't harden. I probably could have used the Durco HT. It's the same company. I just ran this and it started great, ran great, no problems, no leakage, no bubbling out of here. I also did just by chance, maybe there was getting not enough flow out of the exhaust and kind of building up pressure here. I went ahead and took the screen. There's a screen with very small holes all throughout the whole muffler, which this muffler is made to, you just take the bolts out and you can separate it and you can take that screen out. I did that just to make sure it flowed good back here. Definitely felt like it was kind of running a little cooler. I am running 50 to 1. I know these things say 40 to 1, but I can never get anyone consistently to run these with 40 to 1 gas. So I know all these, even the Murrays and the cheap model Craftsman, all those that are the same, they say 40 to 1. But if you can get a customer to put 40 to 1 in it and 40 to 1 non-ethanol, that'd be great. I can't hardly get them to mix 50 to 1 right. I mean, they'll put 20 W50 and say, oh, I think that's about right. So, maybe y'all deal with that like I do. But I probably put more into this than I needed to or should have or anybody ever would have. I like the Walbro carburetor, rebuilt that. But yeah, it definitely put more into it than what it's worth. But it had too good of a compression, and the piston and cylinder looked too good to not. So that's where I was coming from with it. On this one, it has two. It doesn't have a trigger or anything. This is open throttle all the way. This stops. It closes the throttle. This is your choke here. Choke, run. Okay. Choke it. So this is the test. If it's going to start after it's warm. Again, because the off is, and you have no adjustment, it doesn't allow you to adjust the carburetor. Of course, you could make it if you wanted to. But because the off is choke closed, throttle closed, you might not. before I say it's ready to go is to do a cold start on it. That's where I had the problems before. Ran it good, but then when we went to a cold start, it just wouldn't start. Wouldn't idle. Uh, yeah, so we'll see. And this is the product that I used to seal that head gasket. Again, just in case there was some irregularities on that surface, that's why I use this. It's called Curl T from L-Ring. Again, it's the same company that makes the Durco HT. What Steel uses to seal um, their cylinders.